Lynn. I am here. It is so nice to be back. Um, it's been uh, it's been quite a ride, and um, I don't know. I've been back for 2 days now, so I came in yesterday and started cleaning up my studio, getting some of my paintings out and ready. Because number one is I'll be shipping some paintings back to the United States to Savannah uh, to be exhibited and sold. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. um, Sending some paintings back to the United States for an exhibit, and I also have another place, two places that I'll be in. One is Paris Market, which is a corner, a very European, beautiful store in Savannah, Georgia, right on Broughton Street. Great location, very busy, and my paintings, because I paint grease, fit perfectly in there. And so I'll be sending some paintings there for sale, and as a, what would you call it, where you're in a store, so you're selling, it's a store, but you're also exhibiting. And I'm very excited about that. And then, secondly, there's another gallery that I will be in. I need to get some paintings prepared for that. It's so exciting. But I've only been back for 2 days. So these days are focused on getting back into my routine, getting through the jet lag, and it's quite exciting. Uh, what else? I mean, the feeling that I have coming back into this tiny little studio, because in the United States, I did not have a studio at all. So I was back on the corner of the bedroom, um, uh, on the floor with another easel that was in better condition than the first time I was in the States, about 7 years ago now, where I had a broken easel, but it was just kind of leaned up and propped up and everything, and you can still paint, right? It's still a studio. Um, and now I'm back, and it's so nice to be in here. It feels so spacious and big, and it's a tiny little studio. And the perspective, some of you remember, like, I would come in and, like, if I stretch my arms out, I'm touching the walls either way. So it's not a big space, but it is quite luxurious today, compared to what I was doing in the United States. So was I painting a lot in the United States? No. I was working two jobs. It was very busy. And I was, you know, um, dipping back into all the things that I talked about all these years now, I guess the past couple of years, about creativity, and that even if you're not in the studio, you're still painting. And it has been quite an interesting um, rediscovery of creativity when you're not in the studio, but you're still creating paintings. And you may not be creating a painting in physical form, but you are working through the creative process. And it was a continual coming back to that center. You get pulled out because life happens and it's very busy, and then you come back in and you get centered and you connect with the whole creative process. I was working in a cafe as a barista. I do love I love making coffees, and that was like my high point of my painting career in Savannah, Georgia, at the cafe. making coffees, because a coffee, the creation of a coffee from beginning to end, is so similar to the creation of a painting from beginning to end. It's just that a coffee you make in what, under a minute, and you have it down. A painting takes quite a bit longer, but the process is the same. And that was enlightening to experience in the outer world, not to think about it and experience it in my own head. That's easy. We can all do that. But when you actually get out and act on um, the ideas in your head, then something happens. So it's the same thing when you go into your studio and you have an idea for a painting in your head, and then you bring it down, limit your creativity, that creative energy, so that you can actually stand in front of the easel and paint it. It's the exact same process. So I have been validated with my the way that I approach creativity, the way I approach painting, and the way that I combine creativity and painting to everyday life. So today, again, it'll be another day of getting the last of the house put back together. I've been gone for 6 months, so it's, needs its due clean, and putting my clothes away. And we've got the wood stove burning outside. I'm going to go as soon as I'm finished here to cook some food and get rerouted back into my island life. And it's still the same process. So I have the idea of this clean, beautiful home, and I am creating it. If you don't act on what's happening up here, nothing happens in life. You guys, nothing. You must pull it down, limit it, and take the step. Act on what visions, what imaginations, what ideas you have going on in your mind. So it's the mind, the heart, and the ego to take the action, to push it forward, to make it happen. So in my little morning musings today, I have the food home business that needs to be taken care of. And then I have to select the paintings, prepare them to be sent back to the US, which they should be sent back at the end of next week, and make sure everything is on schedule. And then I have another commission for an animal portrait that I'm very, very excited to do. Just very excited for that. Uh, and um, and of course, preparing for the other gallery, also in Savannah, Georgia, that I will be sending paintings to. So lots going on in the studio. It was a good trip. Lots got done. I learned quite a few things, and I'm very grateful to be back in this tiny little studio, which now seems rather big. So, with that, you guys, be inspired, be creative, be you, and we will talk very soon. Take care. Bye.